for your Micro Sports, here is Mike.
So long, Randy. Thanks, Randy. Well, it might not be as big as the Super Bowl, but don't tell that to the basketball players gathered in Narard over the weekend. The Narard 3-on-3 basketball tournament reached its climactic conclusion, where out of 4 teams, only one would emerge with the grand prize trophy and only one person named MVP. The championship game features a matchup of Team Magayal versus Ungelel, while Team Madedanil and Roy Singang faced off for third, playing in a best-of-3 format with Palau Referee Association refs Jubilee Corte and Dingali Mai on hand to officiate. Team Magayal came out firing, winning their first 2 games, taking this deciding game with the final score of 49-38, thus earning first place. The consolation matchup was much more intense, as Madadengil and Roy Singang battled it out all 3 games, with the final game decided by 2 points, 55-53, as Madadengil took third place while Roy Singang had to settle for 4th. After officials counted up the overall point total scored throughout the playoff and championship series, the MVP for the Narard 3-on-3 event was awarded to Ringan Casano of Team Ungelel, who averaged 31 points a game. Congratulations to all the players from the 5 teams, and a big thank you to the Palau Foot Basketball Association and sponsor Suwag Gao Store, who also put up the trophies. Now, make sure you keep an eye out there for more programs offered to the youth of Narard, including a basketball clinic and softball fast pitch program over the weekends. The Palau Football Association featured 2 games over this last weekend, including a rematch of their top 2 teams, New Stars Football Club and the Taj. Now, the last time these guys faced off, they battled to a virtual standstill, ending up with the league's first tie. And this time, things almost turned out the same. But New Stars Football Club ended up eking out a close victory, beating the Taj 2-1. New Stars took the lead early, with Malachi scoring a goal in the 29th minute, and Tiger answering for the Taj with a goal in the 45th minute. Now, as the clock ticked down, NASA scores in the 57th minute, giving the New Stars the win and continuing their undefeated season. The second game saw Palau Canoe Club continue their rise as they defeated Team Bangladesh 4-1. BKC goal scorers were McGee, Charles, Dave, and Marina. Well, we didn't quite get the lone goal scorer for Team Bangladesh. Now, taking a look at the standings, New Stars continues to hold down the first spot, while Palau Canoe Club is making some ground on second place Taj, which sets up an intriguing matchup in Week 10, as Taj and BKC will go head-to-head in the first game, and Team Bangladesh and Kramers will be featured in the second matchup. New Stars gets the bye. Now, the ongoing saga of our humble Samoan superstar athlete Manti reached a fever pitch this last week, as Manti and his guests and his parents were guests on a candid interview with American talk show host Katie Couric. They sat down for the first time on camera to talk about the whole fake girlfriend scandal. Here's a clip from
after she came out of the coma. She was diagnosed with leukemia.
Correct.
Well, either you're the most naive person on the planet, or this is the saddest story I think ever written. I mean, at this point, did you think to yourself, Manti, what? Are you kidding? Now she has leukemia? I mean, it goes on and on and on.
Yeah, I thought
this web of lies. And so you said, oh no, now you have leukemia?
Yeah, no.
Now, while most of the world is trying to grasp how a young, good-looking superstar athlete can be involved with such a serious romance with a girl he never met, well, at least one media voice out there offers an alternate view that stems from a background in Samoan culture. Professor ILANA Gershon from Indiana University writes and teaches about anthropology and ethnography of democracy, multiculturalism, and ethnographies of media in the United States, Oceania, and New Zealand, and is the author of Breakup 2.0 and No Family is an Island, a book that looks at how Samoan migrants experience different ways of being cultural bearers in New Zealand and the United States. Gershon pulls from her experience as an ethnographer working in the South Pacific, where she heard of similar stories that sounded eerily similar to Teo's, native Christian golden boys who had been fooled by other Samoan young ladies, or shall we say, dewy-eyed innocents. She points out that even leukemia was used as a theme. In the article, Gershon states, "The question for me is not how digital technology allowed this hoax to happen or whether Teo was duped. The question is how culturally specific ways of circulating knowledge and understanding of what is true will continue to be used with new media. What happens when Samoa ways of assessing others starts to involve Facebook, texting, and video chats?" Now, it's nice to actually get a different alternative on this take when Western media is being so hard on Teo because they're trying to figure out how could he be so romantically involved with someone that he never met. But from a cultural point of view, and especially one in a relationship that had a much spiritual connection, it's easy to understand. It's nice to see a different voice in the matter. So if you want to check out the full article, do a Google search of the Atlantic plus Samoan traditional roots and Manti Teo. Now, this whole Teo thing we've been having a little bit of fun with on Micro Sports, but, come on. There's much more important things to worry about in this world, like who's going to win the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah!
So coming up, we're going to be debuting our 6th annual edition of the Jock Block pre-Super Bowl special. Now, if you're not able to make it down to Kramer's Cafe and join in on the fun with us, we will be broadcasting the premiere of the show on Wednesday night, 8 p.m., right here on Channel 23. So make sure you tune in and make your predictions. And yes, we will have a humorous take on the whole Manti Teo Katie Couric interview, which you won't want to miss. And that'll do it for this week's